Infidelity in women is not merely a physical act or a fleeting decision. Rather, it is a complex process in which emotions, desires, and inner conflicts intertwine. One of the most intriguing psychological phenomena is how a woman justifies infidelity to herself, that is, her ability to create internal explanations that make her feel she is not entirely guilty or that she somehow deserves the experience. 1. The conflict between desire and commitment. From an early age, women are raised with a set of social values that link honor and dignity to loyalty and family stability. At the same time, the mind harbors natural emotional and physical desires that cannot be denied. This conflict between inner desire and social commitment generates guilt, but it also pushes the mind to search for justifications, such as, "I am justified in seeking the attention I don't receive from my husband. I deserve the emotional and physical pleasure that has been neglected in my married life." Sexual psychology explains that the human mind, especially in women, develops defense mechanisms to reduce guilt and restore psychological balance. Thus, infidelity is transformed from a wrongful act into an experience that can be interpreted as a search for psychological justice or self-worth. 2. Emotional and physical justification. Women often use dual justifications to ease the psychological tension caused by infidelity. Emotional justification. I loved this person because he understands me more than my husband does. Physical justification. I need sexual desire and pleasure that I did not find in my married life. These justifications do not necessarily reflect a desire to cause harm or seek revenge. Rather, they represent a clever attempt by the mind to reconcile its desires while preserving a self-image as a good person. 3. The impact of neglect and psychological deprivation. A woman living in a cold or neglectful relationship, whether emotionally or physically, often finds herself forced to redefine her internal rules. What she once considered infidelity becomes a means of emotional and physical survival. The mind reinterprets the experience as an investment in personal happiness or a temporary attempt at psychological balance. Psychological studies indicate that such self-analysis reduces inner conflict and grants a sense of control, despite the social and moral risks involved. 4. Psychological defense and concealment of guilt. A woman's self-justification of infidelity is a form of psychological defense mechanisms, including denial. Infidelity is not real infidelity if it is not connected to deep love. Psychological compensation, focusing on the emotional or physical positives of the new relationship. Separation between passion and commitment, believing that emotional love or marital duty does not conflict with seeking pleasure outside the relationship. In this way, she protects her mind from psychological collapse caused by the contradiction between values and behavior, while continuing to maintain an image of herself as a good person. 5. The social and cultural dimension. Psychological justification does not occur in a social vacuum. Society plays a dual role. On one hand, it imposes restrictions on women's freedom and frames infidelity as a socially condemned act. On the other hand, modern expectations of freedom and independence give women a sense that they have the right to seek personal happiness, even outside marriage. This balance between social pressure and individual freedom creates a mental space in which a woman can justify her infidelity to herself without psychological breakdown or loss of self-respect.